Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It is Saturday the 22nd of June and we're staying with the missing young man from Oswaldtwistle in the great county of Lancashire where I live, who is missing on the Spanish island of Tenerife, and he's been missing since Monday morning. He'd been to the NRG Festival in Los Cristianos, which is at the south of the island, but he'd met two guys. He went back to the Airbnb where they were staying, which was nearly 30 miles north in the little village of Masca. He left there about 8 a.m, rang his friend Lucy to say that he only had 1% of phone battery and that he didn't know where he was, and shortly after his phone died. His phone last pinged in the rural Tillington park, and search crews have been out there since Monday afternoon, and it's now Saturday. So this is a desperate search still for Jay Slater, 19 years old. And what's happened? What's happened to him? Well, social media is going absolutely berserk about this young man. Some of the conspiracy theories I've seen are just wild, absolutely wild. But let's concentrate on what we actually know. Let's do that, shall we? All right. I'm going to start by playing this short report here from Sky News. This is from yesterday, and this is the Airbnb where he was last seen. This is here on the map, right here. It's actually right next to a bar restaurant which wasn't open yet, and the owner of said bar has spoken to Sky News. Let's take a listen.
A 5-day search and rescue operation and all the questions that come with it begin here, with this villa in Tenerife's northern mountains. After attending a music festival on the island on his first holiday abroad, 19-year-old Jay Slater came here with two men. Hours later, he went missing. Ophelia, who runs the cafe above the villa, was most likely the last person to see Jay in person. She spoke to him before he headed north, into the rugged hills, away from the bus stop he needed to take him back to the accommodation he was staying in.
I saw the boy in the morning, at around 8 a.m. He asked twice what time the bus came. I told him at 10 o'clock. He came back and asked me again, and I told him again at 10 o'clock. After that, he walked off and I didn't see him anymore. Later, I went to my car and I saw him. He was walking fast, but I didn't see him again after that.
So that was Ophelia. He was heading north. He was heading in exactly the wrong direction. Los Cristianos is right down here. If he'd gone south and stayed on the road, he would have eventually got to where he needed to go. It's about 28 miles, according to Google Maps. But instead, he headed north. And his phone last pinged in here somewhere, which is the rural Tillington park, right down here. What were you thinking, Jay? What were you thinking?
His movements afterwards raised so many questions about why he decided to take an 11-hour walk home and how he ended up here with two strangers in the first place. Events that led to an extensive search operation on land and in the air. It continued into a 5th day, with the focus a ravine overlooking a river.
So there is a river. Like we've been told, certainly I've been told, that there's no water at all. There's a river. But please, God, don't tell Peter Falding that there's a river. It's probably too many reeds for Peter, so it's all good. You can understand why the searchers are focusing on the river, because if he'd seen a river in the distance and he was thirsty, he was gagging for a drink, he'd been to this festival, he's probably dehydrated already, and he'd done this walk in the wrong direction, up a mountain. So if he sees a river in the distance, he's going to head to it, isn't he? So it makes sense where they're actually searching. And it is in the vicinity of where his phone last pinged.
No doubt made more difficult by the arid landscape and temperatures that reach 30 degrees Celsius this time of year. Well beyond Tenerife, the case has invited feverish online speculation. A Facebook group dedicated to helping the search has attracted almost 500,000 members, with new posts suspended due to the volume of conspiracy theories.
It's insane. I haven't bothered to join that Facebook group. I'm not one of the thousands and thousands of members of it, but I have seen some posts from it. I mean, just some of them are hilarious. The best one I think I've seen is that Lucy, the friend, is a drug mule, and she's got Jay involved in this, and Jay ended up taking the drugs he was supposed to be selling and lost a bag. So when the dealers came to collect, he didn't have anything, so they may have took him. Therefore, they had to cover it up. They had to cover up Jay's kidnap. They got Jay's mother, Debbie, involved, and then they went and into the mountains and hid his phone and then reported him missing. Okay, all right. Don't you think the police would be able to unravel such an unlikely story very quickly? Yeah. So do I. I think they would unravel that very quickly. Jay Slater's still trending on Twitter. I went to check that hashtag this morning and it has just been taken over, absolutely taken over by scam accounts, porn accounts. Elon, what are you doing, son? You need to sort this out. Your site's becoming insane. All right, this is from the Mail Online. Jay Slater search team focuses on the Badlands as mystery person logs into his Instagram account. A mystery person has been logging into Jay's Instagram account as search teams scour deep ravines. His worried friend said on behalf of his mother Debbie that an unknown person is using his Instagram as it's been frequently active. But it isn't Jay. The admin of the Facebook page called Jay Slater Missing, Rachel Louise Haag, wrote, "Some people are actually this sick in the head. There are people hacking my accounts and Jay's family's, making it pure lies and pretending we're all in it." She said Debbie is broken and slammed the mystery person using the account. So this is what Rachel said. Right. Oh, when a post begins with right, you know it's a good one. "I can't believe some people are actually this sick in the head. There are people hacking my accounts and Jay's family's, pure lies, pretending we are all in it. Jay's missing and it's absolutely soul destroying. We can't find him. His mum is absolutely broken. It's cruel. We know he's been with 2, possibly more people up in the mountains. We can confirm phone signal has proven this, that we don't know is here in Spain without evidence of anything. They can't look into it, the court to act on it. They're searching and taking this matter very seriously." This is hard to read. And it's hard work. Not just that the language barrier is so bad, but we have someone with us to talk for us and for us to understand it's so bad. The UK Foreign Office is allegedly supporting Jay's family, but Lucy has criticised the Spanish police because she wants the British police to get involved, but we'll get to that in a second. Honestly, the police here are checking CCTV and looking into leads that have been given into them as we speak. There is some confusions with times with Lucy and Brad. It's just that, again, the language barrier and the fact Lucy has rang to report Jay missing, they haven't got the first information correct, not that no one is lying. I have people saying that people are screenshot conversations that isn't me. It's other people, sickos, taking over my picture and pretending it's me. If you all knew how hard it was, you would not be questioning all this shit. Jay's missing almost 5 days. It's not a joke. We're now into the 6th day, if you count Monday as day 1. Watching his mum break down every single second almost is torture. It really is. The GoFundMe is set up for Jay's mum's bank. It's to be used to fund us staying and food. Please stop now. It's torturing his mum. All the groups are full of trolls and sickos. Jay's mum is getting a call every second. Brad and Lucy just non-stop. I'm not getting dragged into this. Jay is 5 days missing. We don't know if he's alone or dead. Honestly, stop. If anybody thinks we're all in on it, take me a comment here and I'll remove you myself. Jay will find you. Look, guys, I've had a bunch of trolls in my comment section. I've banned more people in the last 24 hours, I think, than I've done in the entire time that Michelle After Dark has been a channel. It's off the wall. If you think that the Sebastian Rogers case is bad, if you think that the Nicola Bully case was bad, this is insane. Absolutely insane. But I don't know how long, the search teams can stay out there, honestly. They're doing their best. very difficult terrain. They're doing their best. They're doing their absolute best. Don't you think that the police can very easily check? And don't you think that we should give the police a little bit of credit? Yeah, for not believing these absolutely insane conspiracy theories. Now, Lucy wants the British police involved, and they have actually offered to help. According to this report, this is just about 2 hours ago, as I record this. British police offer to help hunt for missing teenager, but Spanish cops decline as new images show officers searching mountains with drones and sniffer dogs. British police have offered to help in the hunt for British teenager Jay Slater, but it's been declined. Spanish police are scouring a secluded mountain pass in Masca, which is the last known location of the 19-year-old, after he made a phone call to his friend Lucy, 18, around 8 a.m. The force has now declined an offer from Lancashire police to send support, saying they have the resources they need. Look, I can understand why they've declined it at this moment in time, because the British police, Lancashire police, won't have the skill to be able to navigate that terrain. We don't have mountains like that in Lancashire. We have Rivington Pike, but we don't have mountains like that in Lancashire. Now, there might be search and rescue teams, let's say, from the Scottish Highlands that might be useful. Those people used to searching the Scottish Highlands for hikers, they might be a good resource. But hopefully, they find him today, and hopefully he's got down to that river, and hopefully he's had water. And some of those plants are edible. If he got over that mountain pass, which I'll show you in a second, he could get to civilization completely in the wrong direction. But the point here is that he could help himself, which is not a good sign, because by now he should have been able to get to human beings. For me, this now feels like a recovery operation, but I don't want to think like that yet. Now, I had a comment in my comment section, a sensible comment. So it would appear that he was at the bar restaurant Masca, true, which seems therefore to provide food, a shop and accommodation. That's true, however, it wasn't open. He spoke to Ophelia, the bar owner, as you saw earlier. He asked her what time the bus was, and she said it wasn't until 10 o'clock, which was 2 hours. So he probably thought, oh, I could be like halfway home in 2 hours. Because maybe he's still buzzing from the night before. You've got that kind of post-festival malaise coming on, and you just want to go home and go to sleep. And he thought, I don't want to wait 2 hours. So he heads off. And then she sees him walking in the wrong direction. It's not her job to go and grab him and bring him back, is it? I mean, she had no idea what was about to happen. Apparently he got cigarettes from that shop. Well, I don't know about that. Returned to the two guys and then left. Did the apartment owner let him go walking on a trail without water and knowledge of the area? Yes, and there would be a language barrier. She didn't know that he was going to walk into the mountains. Hindsight's 2020. She had no idea he was going to walk off into the mountains and never be seen again. There's a trail. Now, this is the important thing. There's a trail to Las Portialas, and the signpost says it's 3.7 kilometres and 0.7 kilometres to Mirador Cruz de Hilda. So I don't do kilometres, I do miles. So what's that? It's less than half a mile. What's that? Like 2.5 miles, maybe, I don't know. That would have his phone ping as experienced, and one would be passing cacti along the trail. The police must know all this, so you would hope they'll find a trace soon. Yes. Why head off and why not charge his phone? I don't know. Because people do insane things. Why he just didn't wait for the bus. Why he didn't ask Ophelia for some water. We don't know. Maybe the guys, though, didn't have the right charger. I don't know. I think we're talking about this area. Now, if you go by the road going north, the TF436, it takes you to the top of the mountain and then over. All right, so that's 4.9 kilometres, which is 3 miles. However, if you went along this trail here. Now, I can't go down to it. So he's walked up here to the Cruz de Hilda. Instead of carrying on up along the road, he's gone along this trail. So maybe he was around here, saying he'd just been stabbed by a cactus. So this is a walking trail all the way up here to here. Maybe he's heading this way. But if he got to the top of this mountain, then he looks down and he sees civilization. So I think he's somewhere where he went off the road, and this is why no one's seen him. He's gone off the road, up this trail, tried to get to this town, Las Portiales, and somewhere along here he's got injured. And I think this is the area where the cops are searching. That picture, I don't know what that is. That monument there, or something. Is this here? What is that? Interesting. Is it natural? Oh, cool. Makes me feel like I want to go here. I like cool things like this. So I think they're in the right spot. I think it's only a matter of time before they find him. But I don't think they're going to find him alive, honestly. I hope they do. I hope he's injured and still hanging on. You know, he's a young man. He's got his age on his side. It's not like Michael Mosley, you know, who was in like blistering 40-degree Celsius heat at the age of 67. So he's got age on his side, but it's the dehydration. If he could be eating plants, he could be sustained. All right, guys. If you're a troll, don't even bother. I'm just going to ban you. Simple as that. But let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.